I'm Paul.
And I'm Brooke, and today we have Jennet Liaw, who went to the top-rated bioengineering school for art.
Art of all things, but her career only gets more interesting from there, from Nike to Portland to Brooklyn.
And now we have her here on Make It. Jennet, we are so excited to have you on here today.
I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah. Let's start with how you describe yourself. Like, what do you do?
I guess I'm a designer by trade, but I tend to spend a lot of time on things that maybe, I like to say that I take not serious things pretty seriously. I recently left my job at Nike, actually, but a lot of people know me for my weird illustrations too, so.
That's actually one of my favorite things of yours is like you have these funny little sayings that you do and then you illustrate them out really beautifully.
What is your background? Did you start out, did you go to art school? Were you an art kid growing up or?
I was an art kid growing up, which would make you think that I would have gone to art school or gone kind of full force, like education-wise into that. But I think it really just so depends on, you know, culturally, community-wise, where you grow up and what's made, what people make you feel like is a successful route, because of course I wanted to be true to myself and creative as I knew myself to be, but at the same time, like, I want to do well too. So I did go do the #1 bioengineering public school for university, and my compromise was that I took studio art as my major. It started definitely a path of proving why design is so important, because I was so surrounded by people that were always told why science is important, math is important. We know that to be true. But I think that since like creativity is so intangible, it definitely got me started really early on kind of like, no, I think that I'm capable of doing what you're doing, but I think that I'm more useful to society doing what I want to be doing. And that's actually the more responsible thing to do.
Right,
so,
sort of making a case for creativity and art and design. Yeah. That's very cool. Well, I think a lot of people know you for your lettering, and I know you have some samples here that we can look at. How did you get into that?
I think it came out of, you know, where I was looking for something to like funnel my creativity into, but I needed some kind of structure. So type kind of was my way of being like, okay, you know, we're creative, but there are boundaries. If you can't read it,
that's
right. It's not letters, you know, if it's not language. So it was like...
Right. And it provides structure too as well. Just like, you know what I'm saying? It's elements that you get to play with.
Yeah.
But again, I think you're also a great writer, and kind of what you put together is actually really fun to read as well.
Well, thanks.
I want to look at some of these.
Yeah, can we take a...
I think this is maybe done in 2011 or 13 or 12. And it was a mural just for a media agency in Baltimore. There's nothing super clever about this. That's really annoying. I'm already being self-deprecating, but...
I love how honest that is. You're like, yeah, it's all right. I think it's awesome.
I think it's very
cool. I mean, come on now.
But it was an opportunity for me, for sure, to be like, just like the feeling of like, you can do something that you've always done, but big. There's something like so like invigorating about that. I was like, I want to do big things, like
huge and in real life, right? I mean, this piece in particular. That's like 20 pieces in one, by the way. Are there more? What happens if I'm going to click to the?
I don't know. Let's see.
Another?
This I used to sell prints off a website called Fictional. That was kind of like my outlet for, you know, I don't know what to do with these type pieces. It just blew my mind, like how many living rooms like these prints would like end up in, where I was just sketching this in my bedroom, or how many ripoffs there have been of a lot of these pieces.
Right.
It still blows my mind.
Yeah. What are we designing bikes now?
I'm always like, you know, if I did prints today, I don't want to do prints tomorrow. I want to do bikes, or I want to do apparel, or I want to do this or that. So I guess it's a very like beginner mentality, which is probably not a good thing to know if you're buying bikes from something I made, but I did do a lot of research. So this is when I did have a full-time job right after college, designing for bikes, and now this company is known as Pure Cycles. This, you know, was born out of a relationship I had with a printer that I actually used to print those prints that I was talking about earlier, sending out through Fictional. And so through them, I collaborated with this paper company, Legion, and we made these like Christmas cards that you can interact with and fold out and kind of customized. So, and I think all the time there's people that are sketching like ridiculously clever, interesting things in their sketchbooks. Where did it all go before we had Instagram?
Yeah, where did it go?
It's just, if you couldn't find a reason for it, or you know, I wouldn't sit in my room and be like, this is it. This is my marketing opportunity. I'm gonna like funnel all my money into this and like go on Shark Tank. Like if I didn't want to do that, it just lives in my sketchbook forever.
Right.
So via like social media, you could post it, and if somebody is like, hey, I would buy that, I'd be like, no way, I didn't think you would. But now I know. So
we need to talk about Nike. How have you changed, like, I guess, creatively going from Portland's corporate environment to Brooklyn as a freelancer, right?
Yeah, you're literally doing giant changes. You're going from one side of the country to another, from corporate to freelance. You're making...
I've always been a gut person. Like, you know, you could make a list of reasons why you should do something and then reasons why you shouldn't. But at the end of the day, you kind of know what you're gonna do. I know a lot of people see Nike as a dream job. Everybody still has, you know, their own agenda in terms of what they want to be as a designer. Like, you're still an individual. Having a dream job somewhere doesn't necessarily mean that you want to find your husband there, you know, get a dog, like have kids, like have a backyard in the forest. It would be a wonderful life for like someone with that agenda. And I think for a lot of young designers at Nike, and there are a lot of young designers at Nike, you want to be, you know, part of the excitement of it, be a part of that brand you've always looked up to, take something from it, and then, you know, keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah, so I could stay there for a long time, or I could kind of go by my own timeline, which is what I did. So
yeah, that's what you're doing now. So it's exciting to see, and it's going to be exciting to watch kind of what you do next.
No pressure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of next, what is next for you? I mean,
it sounds like so generic, but I swear it's not going to be. Like, since I've moved, you know, like everybody gets inspired when they move to New York, right? And like they want to comment on like people watching, like we have all seen it a million times. But I'm working on a series now of kind of patterns I see in the city, and God, it's one of those things that when you explain it, it's just not that exciting.
Oh.
But if you stay tuned, that's what I'm working on, as well as a thing I just launched yesterday, pew.com, 5 pews. And again, it's like I'm barely breaking even for this. So it's really just like an outlet to get those puns, like I just need some space with the broken heart Jupiter.
It's just it's a online marketplace for
things. it's like a little shop, but
very cool.
Just a little connection point.
It's fun that as we go through withdrawals after talking with you today, we can at least buy some of your stuff.
Aww.
Well, Jennet, it has been so great to have you on the show. You've been so inspiring. It's been great to see everything that you're doing, and I really look forward to seeing what you're going to be doing next.
Yeah, on Instagram and elsewhere. So thank you so much. We'll see you next time, guys. Thanks.